We watched my next guest grow up in front of the camera, getting her first acting job at age 4, later winning a role in the romantic comedy 27 Dresses, and then rocketing to fame on the Disney series Jessie and the spin-off Bunked, playing the bubbly, fashion-loving teenager Emma Ross. Now, 2 decades later, at the age of 24, Peyton List is already a show business vet, and she's not slowing down. You can see her playing the fierce Tori Nichols in the blockbuster Netflix series that is on always in my home, Cobra Kai. And that's not all. She's also now starring in the new Supernatural series on Paramount Plus called School Spirits. It's a high school drama where Peyton plays a teenager named Maddie who is stuck in the afterlife. Take a look.
So am I the only one wondering why we couldn't just steal the decorations the school has already made instead of doing this crap ourselves?
Well, technically we did steal from the school. The paint's from the art room.
And this helium tank is thanks to a very overeager homecoming committee.
Yeah. Plus, it's also
kind of a tradition.
He's right. Once a year, we're forced to relive Wally's glory days.
Hey, at least I had glory.
Wait, you died at the homecoming game?
Yeah. And my family still shows up for me every year, so I try to show up for them, you know? Wait, you're coming to the game, right?
Yeah, but I'm just going to watch the cheerleaders.
Think you mean one cheerleader in particular?
Excuse me, can you help me? Is Mrs. Fields' classroom on the first floor?
Mom?
Fan, please welcome actress Peyton List to the show. Come on out, Peyton. Welcome to the show. Your dress is so beautiful. You're so gorgeous. Have a seat. Thank you. I mean, first of all, a veteran at 24.
That was quite the intro. Thank you for that.
Right, it's all true. I mean, from age 4, you've been acting.
Yeah, since growing up here in New York, in Brooklyn, I started acting as like an after-school sort of hobby. I mean, I guess I hadn't even really started school at that point.
Yeah, you're not in school like pre-K at that point.
Yeah.
I always wonder about kids who started. Were you walking around the home like doing lines? How did your parents know that you had this talent?
I was the most obnoxious child. I would sit around recreating commercials. I was like, Mom, this sponge is the best sponge in the world. You have to buy it. And I was like recreating all commercials was really where I started. And then like after school in like 3rd grade, I was on an ABC show playing in Kashmir Mafia, and I played the child of Frances O'Connor, and it just sort of became this thing. I think as a kid, you don't really wrap your mind around it being a job, just sort of like a sport or something.
It was just like a hobby, an activity, and then suddenly you just blow up and everybody wants you on every show. And I can tell you're one of those actresses or people that for every fan, there's a show that they love or a character that they love from your long list. This character in this show is so interesting to me. Maddie in School Spirits is dead. And she comes to realize this. When you read this script, what did you think? Because it gave me, what is it, the Bruce Willis movie, when they don't know that they're dead. Sixth Sense, but with a whole different twist.
That's interesting. I haven't heard Sixth Sense yet.
My mind goes crazy place.
Yeah, no, I like that. And yeah, it is weird because from the very first scene, she's dead and she's watching in the school assembly, she's seeing a missing poster of her own face and she's trying to figure out what happened to her. And then when she goes to group, she realizes that's not normal and everyone else knows what happened to them. And so, yeah, she's just in this sort of purgatory trying to figure it out.
It's fascinating. Again, going back when you read the script, this is really, it's compelling. It's very different.
Yeah, that was what first attracted me to the project as well, is just, it's based on a graphic novel that the creators wrote, and it did feel different to me. And
how do you get into character? I mean, again, you told us at 4 years old, you're getting into character with commercials. Now you got to get into a character that is learning of this and now trying to uncover what happened to her.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like during adolescence and during high school, your emotions are already so heightened. So, I mean, every day it was a different emotional roller coaster. And yeah, I think just talking to the creators about where they're coming from. But yeah, it is an intense thing to get into.
Now, what is it like when you come back to New York? Because do you live full-time now in Los Angeles? So you're a Brooklyn girl. You come back to Brooklyn. What's the first thing? Because in the commercial break, the audience was asking me what pizza I love. And you start getting the pizza conversations with New Yorkers. Watch out, let me just tell you. So you're a native New Yorker. What do you love to do when you come back? The first thing.
I love lucali.
Oh, me too.
So good.
It's the best.
So yeah.
Okay, thin crust,
Thin crust. Yeah.
sausage, or pepperoni, or plain?
I would eat sausage and pepperoni. I'm trying to eat less meat, but like when you're back in New York, it's hard.
Smart answer. That's why you're a superstar.
All actors are vegan now, and I'm getting on the wave.
So, all actors are vegan and you're trying, and then you come to New York to have a pepperoni pizza.
Yeah, I'm like sneaking it.
I won't tell anybody except for the millions watching
exactly.
live now. We love you, Peyton. Congratulations on the new gig. You can watch School Spirit streaming now on Paramount+.